I'm going to be doing my project on you. So, what is your occupation?
My occupation is I work in environmental consulting. I'm a project specialist, and I work for a company called Stantec Consulting, and we do environmental remediation for oil companies.
Okay. What does that mean exactly?
Well, we basically oil companies. They have gas stations that have had they have underground storage tanks that store their gasoline, and if they're really old, they start to leak, and so if they leak, uh, and if those tanks belong to the oil company, they have to clean it up, and they have to get it cleaned up, and they have to answer to the environmental regulatory agency. So it would be the the Department of Environmental Health in Santa Clara is who uh, my client, who is Chevron, they answer to. And so if there's a leak, Chevron hires us to go in and take samples of the groundwater, take samples of the soil, and make sure that the contamination from the leak isn't going into any groundwater, and that because that poses a risk to the public.
Oh,
And
okay.
so basically, they hire us to clean up any leaks
Okay.
and report to the agencies.
Okay. Why did you choose this job?
I kind of stumbled into the environmental field. I did environmental groundwater sampling for a few years, and I had a friend who worked at this consulting company, and so I asked him if this company was hiring, and so they had an opening, and I wanted to work in the consulting side of the environmental field, and so um, I got an interview there and was hired to work for them because I wanted to work in consulting. I didn't want to work in sampling anymore.
So, what college did you go to?
I went to San Jose State University.
Okay. What was your major?
My major was political science, and my concentration in political science was public administration.
Okay. Did you minor anything?
Uh, no, I didn't have to minor in anything because I chose a concentration in political science, and that public administration was something that satisfied that.
What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in college,
Or in high school and college?
in high school, my favorite subject in high school was uh, it actually was political science uh, when I was a junior and a senior because I had a really good political science teacher and got me really interested in politics.
Okay. What was your college experience? How was it? Your college experience different from your high school experience?
My high school is you have everything is set for you already, so you just show up to class. You do your homework. Um, you have to be there. You have to go to school. But in college, you have to be more self-reliant. You have to be responsible. Um, you have to make sure that you pick the classes that you need. You have to make sure that you um, get to your classes and make sure to do your homework on time because they don't make you do it because you're paying to go. So it's your responsibility to go to class and make sure all your work is done. And the teachers are a lot, um, I think they're a lot more interesting in college. You just have a broader choice of what you want to study.
Okay. If you if you were able to go back, would you change your major if you could?
If I can go back, uh, no, No, I think I would stay with my major. I think I would have probably had a second major. I'd probably, on top of political science, I would probably get a double major and do graphic arts because I like both.
Uh, would you ever want to change your career?
It depends on the opportunity. If there's something that interests me, or if there's something that comes up in the future that gets my attention and gets my interest, I would. But right now, I've got so much experience in the environmental industry that I'm good at what I do, and I'm valuable to my company. So I enjoy that part of it, and I'm always learning new things in my company because there's so many different people that that have these different backgrounds that I'm able to learn from. So it's like going to school for free, kind of.
Okay. What is fun about your job?
What is fun about my job is that I'm not in the office all the time. That sometimes I'm out I'm outside at job sites because because our client is oil company, so they have gas stations all over the area. So I get to go out to different sites, different cities. Um, I have different responsibilities, so I don't only uh, do report writing or anything like that. Sometimes I go out and I do a lot of health and safety auditing. So I go out and I make sure that um, our contractors are doing the work safely, and making sure that they follow the right procedures that they've been trained on. I do that as well, and I just get to work with really good, smart people that I'm constantly learning new things from. So it's always interesting.
That's cool. Would you consider your occupation as a career or a job?
I think before I got into this company, I considered my work a job, but since I've been working at this company, it's definitely become a career because I mean it's not always perfect, but just because I have so much experience and I know what I'm doing, and I do a good job, I like what I do for the most part. But I wouldn't say it's a job because I've done it for so long, and I've invested so much time into it that it's just not a job that I just up and quit one day. It's something that I've built a career, and I've built knowledge in, and so I'm applying that, and I enjoy it. So it's a career, I would say.